Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Antony Carpen here at Gt Shelford Memorial Hall, and everyone has gone down the pub because we've just had a hustings here. But I've managed to keep Dan Greef of the Labour Party behind just for a quick conversation before we all head off somewhere. So, Dan,
Hi,
standing for the Labour Party, just had the hustings here. What did you think?
Yeah, it's great being back. Of course, last time I stood in 2015 when I came second, and it was kind of trying out for the first time. I really loved being back in Gt Shelford. The questions here are always quite good. There's some questions I thought were fantastic. So we had a really good buzz with regards to about Brexit, about the impact on in our areas, also talking about the NHS and lack of funding, and I really just enjoyed the vibe in the room today.
Brilliant. So what were the main issues that came up in your in the conversation, in particular the ones that were pointed at you?
Yes, so the questions that I had was about the kind of value of the free market when it comes to things like water companies, and as I explained, there's no choice in buying Anglian water, so I actually want to make it better for fairer for consumers, and equally with railways, why is it fair that we have other governments benefiting by us paying them to run our railway services? I was also asked a question when it comes to defence, and I actually pointed out that nobody in the room, apart from one person, used Windows XP. I don't think we take cybersecurity seriously enough, and I said that last time, and it's a bit of a shame that really we've seen last week what's happened to our country, so I was very happy to talk about that issue.
And just kind of as an aside, you had your party's national manifesto published today. How much was that a challenge when it came to preparation for this?
Oh, it wasn't a problem at all. Of course it was. So I had to then go through all the facts and figures. I knew many of them from what had been released up to that point, but of course I was prepared fully for if anyone wanted to ask about costing or spending and taxation, I was actually able to answer those questions. They didn't come up. So unfortunately nobody wants to know about those things, but actually if you do want to know more, I'm going to actually put some tweets up about everything and how we're going to fund all of our policies.
And just kind of on that related point, what were the issues that you thought were going to come up, in particular that affect South Cambridgeshire, that actually didn't come up today?
Well, I'll start with the thing that did come up that I was happy with, and that's the fact that doctors' surgeries, there's actually a problem at the moment with doctors' surgeries, not just a cyber attack, but the fact they're woefully underfunded, and also places like Hardwick can't open a doctor's surgery, which I think is a huge problem because it's a growing population, and I think it'd be interesting if the question had come up about how is it we put in infrastructure alongside development. Equally, places like Hardwick get 2 buses a day in the south of the village, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. I think public transport issues might have come up, but unfortunately it didn't. So hopefully the next things are something we can discuss and talk about.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.